Welcome to Clippers Live's Postgame presented by Hyundai on FanDuel Sports Network. And the Clippers finish off the Utah Jazz, but they take them to overtime. It's 120-116, and what a wild one this one was. Headed in to the All-Star break, Christina Pink, joined by the czar of the telestrator, Mike Fratello. And Coach, the Clippers taking us on a bit of a roller coaster ride here in the last game headed into the break, but the defense and, frankly, Norm Powell big time in that overtime.
I thought the character of this team really stepped up tonight. Being down as much as they were to start the game out, the 3-point shots falling for Utah the way they were. We saw the guys hang in there, very resilient. And then we saw Ben Simmons, and I can't say enough about what our front office did to come up with Ben Simmons and add him to this team. If this is a small sampling of what he can do down the backstretch, they're going to be very, very happy in that locker room because he just does so much of everything. He passes the ball so well. He rebounds. He defends. He stepped up to the line, made big free throws for him. Great performance for Ben Simmons. He's got to feel good about himself.
Yeah, the Clippers were down as many as 20 in the first half. They went down double digits again after battling back in the second half. And how about James Harden doing a little bit of everything, including logging 49 minutes tonight, second most he's ever had in a regular season game?
I don't think he wanted to come off the court. I kept on seeing him talking to the coaching staff. He obviously knows where all four other players are at all times on the court. That's why he can make those tremendous passes. But then you leave him alone behind that 3-point line. And this isn't exactly alone. This is stepping back, shooting it up over the top of Mikoluk. He was simply spectacular. He didn't mind the minutes that were building up. And as I said earlier, he's going on vacation before the All-Star break, so he's rested for All-Star weekend. But Norm Powell's not far behind him, by the way.
Yeah, and that's exactly what James, by the way, said to me in that post-game interview. He said he was talking to Ty Lue and said, don't take me out of the game, and it made big things, turned into big things for the Clippers down the stretch. And Norm Powell was huge. He had a season-high 41 points, and the Clippers needed every single one of those. 13 of 26 tonight, Coach.
He mixes it up so well between the perimeter game where he catches it behind the line or slicing into the lane from the offside for the little floater, attacking off the dribble against the big man and finishing against the 7-footer. And then the mid-range shot that we don't see that much from, but he's so good at coming off a screen or driving it to the basket, spotting up in the corners, deadly when his feet are set and he's behind that 3-point line.
Yeah, 5 of 10 for the guy headed to the 3-point shootout in San Francisco. And how about the new guy? You already touched on him, but Ben Simmons. I don't know if the coaching staff anticipated playing him 27 minutes tonight, but he was so big for them at the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth, and then bringing him back there late in the game.
Well, think about this. Dunn is our guy that we bring on when Harden needs a rest or when teams are pressuring Harden in the backcourt. He can throw it over to Dunn and let Dunn bring it up. And now you have a Simmons who can bring it up, get us into an offense, defends, comes up with a huge steal, a right-handed finish with contact. That time changing pace as he attacks the basket. Remember, he's 6'10". He sees over the top, makes the pocket pass there to Norm Powell. So what a find, what a discovery. And we saw all the things that he can do in just his first game out.
Yeah, he told me he really only had about 20 minutes of practice time coming into this one, a couple of walkthroughs, but you saw the court vision and obviously the defense on display tonight. Now coming up, the Clippers get a win to finish the first half of the season. Norm Powell.
With a brand new Hyundai, there's joy in every journey.
All right, it's the unofficial halfway point of the season, but really the 2/3 of the way in. But the Clippers coming back from the All-Star break, not going to be home for a little while, Coach.
Well, remember, Giannis could be back after the All-Star break. He's missed a few games now getting treatment on that knee. And the Bucks are to be reckoned with if he does come back because they had a pretty good pickup in Kyle Kuzma. Indiana's playing extremely good. We just saw them out in L.A. not that long ago. Detroit, 29-26, 3 games over the 500 mark. Chicago, you got to tell me what they're doing right now in Chicago because they hung around, but not hanging around that much. And then it's the Lakers, who we'll see 2 more times.
Yeah, so next 7 are on the road. Of course, obviously, a couple of those games in Los Angeles at the Lakers, but the Clippers will not be playing at Intuit Dome until March 5th. So they are battle-tested, and they certainly will be when they come back from the All-Star break, sitting at 31-23. As we have, a week off? The Clippers, though, go into the break on a high note. Thank you so much, Coach Fratello. Clippers 120-116 in overtime over the Utah Jazz. They've won 3 in a row. By the way, shout out to Norman Powell, who'll be taking his talents to the NBA All-Star Saturday, and James Harden, 11-time All-Star. We'll see those guys in San Francisco. We'll see you in Milwaukee after the break.